Guys, thank you all for joining. I see there's a good number of you already. I hope you will enjoy what will be an exciting 2 weeks. We have a very nice sponsor here from the Eden and all its fellow sort of sponsors here. We have XP Arcade, Xcube, uh, GMR have also been sponsoring Delta Strike, and of course yours truly, right? So altogether, we've combined forces to bring you the Eden Grand Tournament. Joining me today, we have Nano for our first game, and let's go say hello to Mr. Nano. Hello, Nano.
Hello, hello.
All right, nice to have you on board, Mr. Nano. Ready for game one, a classic, exciting game with Eversio against Scuffed Ratones, a new team. Are you aware of them?
No, but I love their name, and so I will now be rooting for them. Simple as that.
I think you're not alone, to be honest. I think we're all going to be rooting for them. Let's see what the draft has to say, as I will let them know we can start drafting. I think we've let them wait a bit long enough here. Oh, we still have a few more minutes. I see we're still above schedule. Good, good. All right, so something I wanted to say for sure, the jungle matchup is something to look out for. We see Locke from Scuffed Ratones doing a lot of good work, especially if he can get his Evelyn. And we also have recently transitioned from mid lane to ADC. We have Sinister, who are sort of leading their team in this game. Maybe you can tell us a bit about Eversio. I'm pretty sure everyone in the chat already knows about them, but Nano,
I mean,
what
of
do you
course,
expect?
come on. The boys in blue, we have Eversio, obviously. They're arguably one of the staple teams in Malta. The roster does change from time to time, but does look like we're going back to basics. The classic roster. We got Igloss in the top lane, Brickcoon in the jungle. Aquanic, to be fair, is their new AD carry with Brickcoon and Drakor in the jungle and mid, respectively. Like I've already said, I mean, there's not much to be. Look, if you're in the Maltese league scene, you know who Versio are.
Yeah,
My
most
main
likely the
man.
favorites, right, for this event. Most probably going to be a really hard competitor. To be honest, props to anyone that does manage to beat them or take a win off them. They're definitely going to be highlighted, for sure. So let's see about that.
I think it's because I respect them so much that I have to root against whoever they're facing. I think honestly, you have to root for them. You have to.
Yep, they have my support for sure. I hope you like the sort of the new and improved logo we have for them. I'll switch it over to draft so everyone can see it. The original logo, it needed some work. Throughout as well, let me know if there's ever any echo coming back, because I swear to God, I've done this for more than 2 years and I never experienced what happened on that starting soon screen. I'll hope to check it out right after this stream ends. But until then, yeah, we'll have to deal with it for the first game. Wouldn't be a League of Legends tournament without a bit of scuff. If it's not from the spectator, it has to be from something else, right? All right.
Yeah.
So let me quickly write that the draft is soon starting. Any expectations for this draft, maybe, Nano?
There are a couple of champions I imagine that Scuffed Ratones, if they're aware of Versio, will probably instantly ban. Definitely one of the Wind Brothers is gonna be completely annihilated. I'd imagine something like the Darius will be banned for top lane, maybe even the Ornn. I am curious if they're maybe going to be focusing, like you were saying, since their jungler is their strong point, kind of what they want to play around. Maybe they'll focus on banning out Brickcoon's champ pool, But I feel like a safe bet would be to say that we're going to see a Yasuo or a Yone ban, we're going to see a Darius ban, and then we're going to find a mystery third ban.
Yeah, I mean, Yasuo Yone has to be banned, right? But that leaves Iconic with his full range of characters. He has Varus, he has his Jinx, of course, always meta in the Maltese scene, his Jinx. Corki as well, he's done really well on this champion as well. Ashe has been really good for him overall in the UKL division. Sad that we did not get to see the last match being played by him. He was under some issues that day, but hopefully all has recovered now that we are here. We see Eversio already accepting the draft, so we are waiting on Scuffed Ratones. We are, to be fair, a minute away.
That said, when in doubt, leave things to the wire. Maybe they're already trying to get into Eversio's head, only accepting it right as the time turns 8:30. You know, maybe it's mental warfare going on pre-game.
Yep. For sure. Oh, they haven't been given the draft link yet.
Maybe they have not been given the draft link.
I see. All right, I've delivered it. It's all right. We're there. Oi. Yes. In the meanwhile, again, you're seeing them flash up here. Very big thank you to all the sponsors for making this happen. A tournament out of nowhere, and just the way we like it. All right, first ban here. Nano, I'll give it to you. I don't know what you took this morning to make such a prediction, but it was the Darius, just as you stated.
Evelyn, that does make sense, like you were saying. Their jungler is their focal point, so Eversio noticing, hey, what if we just ban out their jungle?
Yeah, and I mean,
immediately
Evelyn is
banning out
just
Evelyn.
one of those champions, right?
It does make sense. There's Dione. Place your bets. Who will be the third ban? I'm curious what Eversio bans second here, though.
Now,
will we continue to ban out the jungle?
To be honest, it has to be. I mean, the Aatrox ban is justified. His name is Darkin, after all, and like Aatrox is his own jungle. But Scuffed Ratones might leave the Yasuo open. Small prediction from my end, but let's see. They might ban the Varus.
Secret any counter pick incoming.
Let's see. Or maybe they ban the Jinx. I don't want to spoil. Whoa. Okay, fair enough. We've got respect Awaken enough, I think. But yes, Bard is the strong and annoying champion to deal with, so for sure, dedicated ban makes sense. How's that? Do we get to see it?
Here comes the spinner right there, and that will be a trash ban. Both supports being respected. And as we will see, what will Scuffed Ratones' first pick be? I'm a bit curious.
Let's see. Some options here could. Oh my gosh! Okay. I did not expect Senna.
Okay.
Definitely a first to see. So
That
one
is
of these.
definitely something.
Yeah, one of these like long-term scaling champions.
The real question is, will there be a Senna AD carrier support? So I guess you do some flexibility as Jhin Zerat is instantly locked in.
By there, so wow, that's a bit insane. We do know that Sinister likes to play Jhin a lot, their AD carry. And I guess against Senna, the long range is kind of the way you want to go, right? So poke her from a distance, CC. If Zerat ever
I am
lands
honestly unsure as Leona is locked in, so it is in fact Senna AD carry.
Wow,
you do have the power
really
of that
strange.
flex.
Because Sinister, I mean, he told me before this game he really likes to play the Jhin Zeri. A very interesting combination here. And look at that Jarvan being pulled out as well. This is one of Locke's champions.
Very strong, I will just say, so far a very nice 3-champion core from the side of Scuffed Ratones.
Yes.
I am enjoying what they're cooking.
Especially against the Jhin Zerat, I mean, this heavy dive is just what they need. So now Eversio, I would assume, would want something to disengage with. I'm not really sure what that entails, but it would be a jungler, I imagine. They go for Poppy, an interesting choice, especially when Trundle is on the table. I think Trundle would have been really good here against the Jarvan Leona. But they go for the Poppy, okay, so they can cancel out the Jarvan. A classic combo.
You do, of course, again, with Poppy, have the ability to flex Victor, both top and jungle. I do hope that is more of a top Poppy. It is, like you were saying, there might be a few, maybe a very specific blue champion who maybe would fit this draft very well. That said, TF will be banned.
I don't know if Poppy top is an eyeglass thing, but sure, if it's there, it's there.
Eyeglass, I dare you. Whip out the Poppy top. Come on.
Not too sure about this TF ban. Don't really see Scuffed Ratones actually playing TF here, but it is banned out. Let's see last bans here. I mean, they could potentially here be facing, let's see, according to my notes, we need a mid and a top lane here. Top doesn't really have a lot of options. There is one champion, but I don't want to spoil it just in case. And mid lane seems
Does mid lane play Vex?
I don't really know. From my notes, they kind of don't have like a dedicated mid laner. but I'm assuming maybe it's going to be something like Mel. I just have a feeling about this. And I think Mel would actually pair really nicely with the Leona Jarvan and Senna, because Senna and Mel can kind of like work together to peel, and they can sort of engage if Jarvan or Leona find the angle.
I think I'd actually like to see maybe even a more aggressive mid laner on the side of Ratones here. Maybe even something. Maybe I wouldn't say as far as to say maybe an assassin, but something adjacent. You know, something like who can skirmish early game, an Akshan, a Silas, an Echo even. You know, these champions who can sort of just want to fight early. As Eversio are just locking in Veigar.
Yeah, the Drakur Veigar, he really loves to play this champion. It's kind of one of these champs that he enjoys playing a lot. So let's see. Let's see how it goes. Of course, Scuffed Ratones did leave the Yasuo open, which is kind of a very bait, very, thirst-trapping Drakur into picking his champion, but it would have been a bit hard to play with all this CC, all this healing, shielding.
I think with the Veigar, we do actually want to see an assassin here on the side of Ratones. And Echo is locked in! Let's go! Hey man, what can I say? I know what I'm saying. What can I say?
Nah, this Eden Grand Tournament will definitely be hype. I've seen the lineup of people playing, and we're gonna have some fresh takes, which is just what the scene needed.
I'm curious what they will pick top lane here. You can't go standard like as a Camille or something like that. You could honestly put a Mundo here, turn on the Satisfaction remix and just start pushing in the top lane.
We'll have to, wow. Mind controlled.
Mind controlled, man. Mind controlled. Maybe they're listening to the stream. Thanks, guys.
Damn, that was insane.
So of course here we'll figure out, is this Poppy top versus Poppy jungle. There's a lot of places you can try to push her. I do imagine it's Poppy jungle.
It
has to be jungle, right?
This has to be the classic eyeglass last picking here. When
will we see Gwen into the Mundo? I imagine we'd just see Gwen into the Mundo. Although that is a very heavy AP comp. And we will see GP.
You beat me to it, because I was just about to say Eyeglass likes to play a bit more riskier when he thinks that he is against a lower level opponent. So I would assume he wouldn't go with the Gwen, but I was assuming something a bit closer to heart, like the Gangplank or maybe Elaoi, which was what I was thinking. But here we go. It is the full lineup.
I'm biased. It feels like they're listening to what I'm saying. I'm with Ratones fully here. I think they have drafted a immaculate comp. I'm gonna be completely honest. They have a very nice just run in and engage, or you can play this disengage against this Poppy, where you just make sure that your Mundo is sort of like split pushing, and hey, as the game goes on, that Mundo is going to become a menace, and I think he definitely has a chance of scaling into a menace.
Alright guys, I'm just egging on the teams, making sure they give us all they got for game 1 of the Eden Grand Tournament. Just a bit of spectacle here on the way. For those that don't know, I would like to take some time here to talk a bit about some of these matchups. So the Leona Senna versus Xerath Jhin. What do you think about that? I think until level 5, very Eversio favored. But let me know what you think, Nano. Do you agree with me? Or do you think otherwise?
Till this level 5, let me think about it just for a second. It does make sense, yes. I mean, probably until that level 5, it will be a Eversio favor. That said, once ultimates are online, once they are actually, sort of working with the R's, I think this instantly almost shifts.
I want to make a prediction though. Like, I can totally see Leona roaming, and on level 6 we see a Xerath stand into a full ultimate combo with Jhin ultimate, and this Senna without flash. My gosh, like, she can't do nothing. No, the slow from Jin's ult, the damage from Xerath. I think it's a bit cooked, but maybe if they help him out, and transition into the mid game and go to mid lane a bit quicker, I think that's a lot better. But we'll have to wait and see. Jungle wise, Jarvan Poppy, I think it's a very sort of skill based kind of matchup. Both champions kind of do similar things. I think Poppy is a bit broken of a champ, especially that ultimate ability. But yeah, overall, of course, Poppy can deny a lot of what Jarvan wants, but Jarvan can ult through Poppy W. So, any thoughts on that? Maybe I think Jarvan can also clear a bit faster in the early game. So we'll have to wait and see about that. It does matter for first ganks. It does matter as well for maybe first time on the objectives. Nano, tell us about the Echo Veigar lane. Why were you so excited about this?
Oh, Veigar is one of those champions where if you can find the right counter into him, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, he's kind of useless. And there's no Veigar V2 tech that can manage to help you win against these champs. Traditionally, it'd be a champion like the Katarina or a champion like the Echo. You know, there's these few champions where do what you do, it is very hard for the Veigar player to realistically even scale.
Yeah, and as well, I don't know if you mentioned this because I was typing my bed, but Echo E can actually go through the Veigar cage as well, right? Did you mention this already, or?
Of course, Echo E can. That is the same reason why, of course, you have the Katarina who can E through the cage with her blink. It's these champions who have these like access through the Veigar cage, which just makes the laning phase so hard, and realistically doesn't even give you much utility after it. Of course, if Veigar gets rolling or if he gets his stacks and his scales, he can sort of just run over the game. That said, Veigar's not in too good of a spot right now. At least I don't think so. So I am curious exactly what's going to happen here, because an early lead on an Echo versus a Veigar, you know, there's no proto belt build that can like pull you out of that. So I am curious. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah. For sure.
That said,
I would really like to
faith.
see the Shurelias. Maybe it could be a good piece of technology here against the Leona Jarvan. All that engage, like we just drop a cage and just Shurelias out, but you know, you're limited by how much you can do that. Lastly, Mundo versus the Gangplank. Any thoughts on that? I think it's Gangplank favored. Until
I think it's Gangplank favored until Mundo builds like
push, right?
the push item, and then it's flips 180.
The big armor of Warmogs.
The big armor.
Yes.
Yeah, listen, if we didn't have copyright, I mean, I'd be blessing it right now. But
all right, I'm calling it right now. If Scuffed Ratones can take us to a mid game without a lot of bloodshed, I think this would be a really good game. So let's see how it goes. We're just about to get into the game. So let's see. Mela, we are in, boys and girls. Men and women of all ages. Webcam mic, you think? I don't think so, Tom. Shit, yeah, it's same now. Guys,
la sponsored mill-Eden, saqsijom għala id-D u l-I tal-Eden cinemas, memx space bejnietom, please, asking for a friend. What do you mean?
Epic.
I'm gonna check their logo now. If there's a space, you've ruined that for me forever, by the way. I just want you to know that. Oh my god, vera memx space bejnom. Why is there not a space?
Edin.
Tedrisa like... Edin cinemas. Thank you, Edin.
Alright, guys, few seconds before the game continues. Oy. Oh my gosh. They better look into it. Have a Hanix, man, if it's that bad. Oy.
Tedrisa alien with the Space Invaders.
Fejnu malasmos, Hanix. Alright, guys. Classic start. I'm surprised at always how respectful Eversio play. Never with the big invades or anything. They are confident in their scaling abilities, and will definitely go forward like that.
And just a little love tap onto him. I will say, as much as I respect the Veigar pick, not sure if I'm a big fan of the Comet, especially into Echo.
It's Ignite Echo with Hail of Blades from Aspect. Aspect really sort of... But then he goes Doran's Shield. What?
I think he's a chef, and we just need to see if what he's cooking is gourmet.
Why would you go a defensive item if you're going so heavy on the aggression with your runes and summoner spells?
It is a bit questionable, I'm not gonna lie. It is a bit questionable.
Oh, look at Darkin though. The Giga champion in top lane. Iglos, what are you doing? He's pushing his mouse into Iglos.
Oof. Making a cheeky two-man queue.
Take us through this early game, Nano. What are the junglers doing? Where do you expect the first gank to be landing?
I mean, it's most likely going to be bot lane here. If you look at every other lane, it's either you don't have any follow-up, or else it realistically shouldn't be lanes where you can have much impact as a jungler. We could possibly see Brickcoon if Aspect pushes up far enough, try to go for a little cheeky gank. Of course, Poppy can push the Echo straight into the Veigar, which could lead into a bit of a dangerous combo. That said, I mean, realistically, I think most of the action here is going to be in the bot lane. If you are, of course, Ratones' bot lane here, you just want Sinister and Synth, just farm up here. Maybe get a cheeky little Leona roam, like you were saying.
Yeah, I mean, the Leona role might be a bit hard to manage as well, especially with Poppy. Poppy's like one of these gems that has really amazing dives as well, good stun, good damage. But look at that, this is exactly what I mean, like look at that, the range, and that was no Shara stun on top. If we get a 4th shot from the Jhin, and a little bit more damage from Awakening, that's a goner from Senna here. Sinister really needs to rethink this strategy.
Here comes Locke, of course, he is on top of a ward. He will have his sweeper going. But here they go on Awaken. Awaken is forced to flash. Locke still has his flash EQ. Flash W from Sinister, flash EQ from Locke, and that will be first blood for the Rats.
Oh, look at that.
Raccoon will try to get something back, pushing Synth into a connect.
A great start here for Scuffed Ratones. Not looking so scuffed if you ask me. And now, with Awaken without having flash, we could repeat gank this.
Larkin getting a bit dangerously low. That said, he is doing very well into a lane which he should realistically not be winning. Aspect here. I mean, he is of course just trying to get his first few items, maybe looking more towards skirmishes than bullying this Veigar.
That's cool. Thank you to everyone joining the stream today. I hope you enjoy Game 1 and we can continue this excitement throughout the series. A lot of matches to come this week and next, so stay tuned. Hopefully we can fix the starting soon and break the RV screen. But alright guys, let's see it here. Eyegloss now with the aggression on Darkin. This is closer to what we expected at the start to go. We do see he already has Sheen on his recall, so no wonder he's looking so strong here. Gangplank with Sheen is a very, very strong champion. This mid lane is a bit disappointing, you know, it looked hype, but then I looked at the items and it seems like we're just going to match farm for farm here, Echo versus this Veigar. But at least we're going to have a lot of pressure here on Awaken and Iconic if this Echo ever gets onto them.
We may see some action after that first back. The D-shield there is kind of basically though telling us that hey, Aspect doesn't really want to fight here. He just wants to sit back a bit, wait, farm it out, maybe get his first item. I would imagine that at both mid laners here will be opting to go Proto Belt. You can of course, like you said, see something like the Shurelios on the Veigar. You might also just see Rod of Ages, which I wouldn't imagine would be that good, but it is something that Veigar players go.
I honestly would love a full Lethality Jarvan game here. Like every single character, except for maybe Poppy, is just so one-shottable on the side of Eversio. It's not even funny.
And you of course do have a nice follow-up with your Leona and your Senna and your Echo. So yeah, I think we can definitely see a full damage Jarvan game here. As Drakor does flash in. Tarkin not able to reactivate his W, does not get the heal.
Wrong brother, my friend, that was Igros.
That,
oh? Locke?
No, the Mondo Hill. Locke is coming here. Leona with the flash E does land. Here comes the W. Here comes Locke. The CC chain is there.
Another kill for Sinister. Bomba clat. That's really big. Oi, oi. I really like it. Scuffed Ratones. They know where they have to focus. I'm surprised Raccoon is not sort of predicting this a bit more often. He's hovering bot side at the moment, but not really finding the play. Oi, 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 Lemon with the commentary here. Nice to see you back in the community, Mr. Lemon. Hi, Don Waffle as well. Some nice names here, Mechanics as well. Thank you all for joining the chat. Danico as well joining. Hope to see your team soon. Alright guys, we have 2 kills in the bot lane, but this Gangplank could be very, very dangerous long term. I don't know, Nano, do you still think Mundo has this on Warmogs?
It's less that he has it, and if he plays it correctly, the Gangplank can never kill him again. that's the thing with Mondo, and like why I think he's generally so strong. It's his ability to just be such a damn menace. You know, with other champions who try to do this split push, I mean, more so in solo queue, but even in this more like organized play, you can try to like poke him out, so he's always at risk of being ganked. You can try to like deal a lot of damage to him, even if you don't stop his push. But Mondo with that Warmogs, I mean, he runs away, he heals back to full, and he just goes back to hitting your tower, and it's a very obnoxious playstyle. But if left unchecked, I mean, there's a lot and a lot that can be lost. This Brickcoon here might actually be looking to dive Darkin here. Or it looks like he will just go back to farming.
Yeah, so far though the CS advantage as always, Iconic very classically getting as much CS as possible here. Interestingly enough, I don't know how it really works out, but Awaken does have 20. So I don't know, that could have potentially been in Iconic's pocket, but still, Sharat with CS isn't the worst thing. Could we maybe gank bot lane again? I mean, the Eversio are really playing this cluelessly, in my opinion. I mean, look at Awaken, he just burned Flash again. Like, we're not...
Here comes Darkin. What is going on? I mean, he is healing so much, but he will go down to Eyegloss. As Awaken is just gonna go down again, and this really is the opposite side. Just bloodbath.
We almost had a return kill there from that. Oh, Sinister with the ult. Imagine if that came out when the Mundo was still alive. But man, Scuffed Ratones playing this to their heart's content at the moment. But seriously, man, Eversio's bot lane, like really playing balls deeply. They have to expect this play. And Awaken blue flash on that last play as well. Iconic getting interrupted here.
Lock gets out of the way by Brickcoon, and Brickcoon will steal the Drake.
Great use of the Poppy ult, and now Sinister is in trouble. Keep in mind, he does have that killing spree. And he does give it over to Iconic. That's not what you want to see. The return here from Eversio, the aggression.
Rakord is going very low. Iconic also very low. There goes the Poppy as well. What is going on? Flash by Aspect. The Q will land. It is going to be a triple kill for the Echo. For some reason, the game just keeps showing us this Mundo.
Yes, man, we get it. Eyegloss is pooping on Darkin, but come on, Aspect. Oh no, he doesn't have mana. That's so sad. That could have been another 2 kills for him should he have had the mana for it.
Awaken here trying to look for a kill. Does mention the stun, does mention the E. Does not look like he will finish off that Echo. The ult does come out. The last R, however, does not land, and that will be an alive Echo. The Jhin comes back into the game, however, you've also now put Echo in play, so honestly, outside of that Drake, it's not particularly one-sided for either team, as Awaken is once again a tiny bit out of position, and it does look like Sinister will get his 4th kill of the game.
Wow, well, Sinister, you are definitely showing a lot of promise here. Not what we would have expected, but to be honest, the Knight in Shining Armor has really been luck. His rotational, his timing on things, exceptional. And honestly, Synth just flashing at the right time. Look at that, look. Getting yet another great gank here of Drakur forced out of lane. Giving the space.
You could say that Ratones has this game on lock. No man, you can't just go silent after that, come on. Alright, looks like I am gonna be casting this alone for a bit as Jansen cringes from my joke. As you see Eversio's bot in here. Some pressure.
I woke up from the dead after hearing that one.
And it does look like actually Synth has been caught out here. He does flash.
Nice.
Jhin is here. Now here's the thing, here comes Locke. This could be a re-engage. It does hit Brickcoon, the ultimate hits too. Locke, you genuinely do have this game on lock, and that is a double kill for Ratones.
What's going on, man? I can't believe what I'm seeing, man. Absolute insanity in the bot lane here. Scuffed Ratones. Man, did anyone see this coming? Such a classic Eversio game 1. Always the same. And now you will somehow see them win every fight. I don't know how they will do it, But we've seen this before, and I really hope it doesn't happen. What?
We have seen this before.
Look at Same. He pointed out that Scuffed Ratones are 2k behind. That CS difference in the top lane. It has to be all on Eyeglass. It has to be, right?
It most likely is all on Eyegloss, especially when you consider that Gangplank passive is, of course, printing money for him.
Oh, look at that.
However-
Yeah. Alright, Lock is here for Eyeglass.
Lock is here. This could be dangerous, though. Honestly, there is a potential for a TV1 here, that said.
No!
That is one.
No, what am I seeing?
Eyegloss will get two!
No! That's not what you want to see from Scuffed Ratones. It looked so promising, but the barrels do so much damage. Oh, what could have looked such a good one. And Eyeglass gets ever ahead here. 6.3k gold. 2k ahead of everyone. Eyeglass really hard carrying this game with his Gangplank.
And it is scary now for Ratones, as that Gangplank is now 5-0. 122 CS with his passive stacks. I mean, that is a lot of money that has been placed onto that GP, and GP, of course, is one of those champions who could absolutely decimate a team fight and possibly turn a much larger gold swing than Ordi is present. As 4k gold, I mean, that has to be all on, that has to just completely all be on that GP. As okay, Drakor, I did not know you were chill like that. The Rabadon's rush on Veigar.
How many stacks does he have?
I'm unsure.
Why don't you check now? 135 here on the
That's a
Dracoster.
400 AP Veigar at 14 minutes in the game.
Definitely, yes, a strong Veigar. Come on, Sinister, I believe in you! The man, the myth, the legend! But he still has the same items like Iconic. I don't understand how that works. He's 2 kills up, but
That could very well be the CS.
it's just 4 CS, man. What are you talking about? Alright, let's see it. This is it, this is the fight. Iconic gets got out. Big damage, shut down for Darkin. Brickun in the middle of it. Eyeglass also falling low. That's a flash from Darkin. Poppy somehow finishes off the aspect, and there goes the shutdown onto Darkin. As Eyeglass falls, there's the ultimate from Awaken. The Drake taken by Locke as Brickun does escape. But that is a 1-for-2 in favor of Scuffed Ratones and Dragon on top. Not only any Drake, it's one of those special, blue dragons that gives you attack speed and cooldown reduction. Aye. Drakor was in top farming though. Enjoying his friendly hat. This was a massive swing, I think. How are we on gold? We're still 3k gold behind. Someone please take out your calculator and explain this to me. Alright, to be fair, 2.2k is on Eyeglass alone. And we see 600 on Drakor. Even though the Echo has 2 kills and 1 more assist, the CS difference is just too big.
Of course, showing us the importance of farming.
Literally, just goes to show how important this simple mechanic is to get ahead. Haha, we are Eversio. We will win by farming. Can you imagine that, man? As a team, I'm not saying Eversio is this, but you make a team and your strategy is, guys, we will spend days in the custom tool just farming, We need to be excellent farmed. I mean, to be fair, that's what professionals should be like, no?
You're not wrong. And who knows, maybe next tourney in Malta, we'll have Team Stardew Valley. Nasu stop playing Veigar mid. Kartus jungle.
What? Everyone farming, tipo.
Stardew Valley, man, come on.
Oi.
Only farming. Only farm. Team
Bro.
only farm.
Can you check something for me, Nano?
Mm-hmm.
Is your chin hitting the floor? Because mine has been like that for a solid 5 minutes. Is this really going on? How? Scuffed Ratones are really impressing me, huh?
Listen. I had faith the second I saw the draft. The second I saw the name, I had faith.
I need to pick it up. Oj oj oj. Tixtieq għandek smeg daqs id-drakur. Iva. Oh, look at that Awaken! On the end of the stick, yet again, Awaken might have to get reported after this game. We'll have to wait and see. It's really unlike him though. Like Awaken, by all standards, usually is like one of these like really safe players and respects the range. A quick pick in here on the Leona. Oh, this happy feet. Oh no! Lock goes down. That's a lot
Lock
of
is down.
for the connect.
Perhaps Awaken was just baiting, putting in a false sense of security.
Bro, are they seriously
Zyglos.
just winning with CS and towers, man? This is so depressing. Come on,
Although
Aspect! Nice!
It does
let's
look
go.
like Drakur will go down to Aspect.
Aspect, the man, the myth, the legend, the Aspect. What do we do here, huh? Brickcoon and Iglos running away.
To be fair, if you truly look at this, I mean, keeping in mind that a kill is around 15 to 20 gold, realistically it's closer to 15. If you look at the amount of CS that Drakur has, he's not in any way behind. He's 180 CS here. And so the only person who's realistically behind is your support, who you expect to be behind anyway. And so Eversio isn't realistically that quote-unquote, again, behind gold when you consider it. So the gold lead does make sense. That's all I want to say. Is that the gold lead does actually make sense. And look, at the end of the day, League is a game about getting resources, and if they just farm and take towers more, they'll have more resources. We're not playing Street Fighter. It's not first 3 sets, you know?
Hey, listen. Okay. Ryan, Leonese, nice to see you in the chat. You are completely right. Something we did not point out is Mundo bought Warmox, but he's missing a crucial giant spell that will make that item the overpowered item we know it to be. Yep, I don't waffle with the correct reaction to that. I agree as well. Nice to see you, nice to see you. Let's see here, Iconic and Awaken in the mid lane. Man, this is a 5k gold lead, but they are up in kills and same dragons. It's just the towers and the CS. I can't watch. This is really unfair. It just seems unfair, man. I know you just explained it with your calculator, but guys, give us some support for Scuffed Ratones in the chat. Come on, show them we were here. We cared. We show them our support and love. Hopefully, come on, we need to win like two fights. Okay, Brickcoon is here. Lock is caught. A lot of damage on the jungler, and that is Lock going down sadly to Iglos here. Dragon is being started by the remainder of Eversio. That's for Scuffed Ratones to retake the position here. It's the strength of Poppy there. As we find a quick pick with the stun. Would be a very different game if Mundo played safer. I would have to agree as well with Mechanics here. He needs to be patient. The Jarvan as well should know that gank would turn out disastrously as well. A lot of things could be changed in this game. Man, oh man, does it hurt that it was so close so far. Let's see if we can get some shutdowns going maybe. Oh, I'm sorry. At first we don't even have shutdowns. My bad. Would be too much to give them shutdowns. Samuel thinks it's a skill issue. Samuel, man, I'm looking forward to your games with OCP. If Scuffed Ratones have showed us anything so far, it's that this event will be a spicy one for sure. A lot of close calls. I'm very sure about it. Zelian with the Scuffed Ratones in chat going against his natural team. You'd like to see it. But same staying true to the Eversio. Oi. Listen, buddy, if they can go even in kills and still lose, I'll just go 30 kills, don't worry about it.
As the Vega cage barely saves Iglos, but Iconic has been caught out by Lock and the Mundo.
That's the strength of Jarvan against Jhin, against Jinx. You just press R on them, you just right click them. Nothing really to do about it. See a double flash. Oh no, Sin does go down though in the end. Seem to be having some trouble here. Iglos completely heart stomping this game. What a difference it would be if he's not on this champion and not doing so well. Let's see what the next couple of moments hold for us.
And you cannot help but to some extent just be impressed with
Oh,
the way
what?
Eversio has.
No. We're just falling
Wow.
like flies now. How did Awaken go from 1-6 to getting 2 kills now? If it wasn't recorded, they wouldn't believe us. Thank you, Waffle, for telling us you eat baguettes. We appreciate such information. Locke is on the prowl for Eyeglass, and no barrels for Eyeglass. This could be a free kill for Locke and Scuffed Ratones.
I guess.
Oh my
Playing
god,
in
that is
danger, but that will be a 1-for-1.
just disgusting. Complete disgusting damage coming out of Eyeglass here on this gangplank. Wow, Awakened, my god. To be fair, I'll give it to him. The prediction on that flash was beautiful.
Hey man, look, even when they're behind, they're somehow ahead. You can tell that this, I mean, this for a lot of reasons is why Eversio always seen as the top team on the island, but I mean, you have to give it to Scuffed Ratones. Like, either way, what an impressive game. Yes, sort of small few fundamental things did swing the favor back into Eversio. But that said, I mean, I'm still genuinely impressed with what they managed to do.
No, so far so good. Hey, all eyes on Sinister. He hasn't given up. He's kind of ahead of Iconic if you had to look at it at face value. He's almost 3 items at the moment. We just need to find a way to deal more damage, man. The Jarvan should have gone full lethality and just one-shots Eyeglass on repeat, but let's see. Mundo as well going with the Randuins over the Titanic Hydra. So their damage is really like lackluster at the moment. Nice little bit of damage will be reduced though, thanks to the Iron Solari here from the Leona. It's a bit tricky now to decide like who do you burst? Do you burst Iconic? Do you burst Awaken? I mean, surely you have to burst Eyeglass, right? But we need that Echo to finish his Lich Bane at least. We're so far away here.
As you're saying, realistically, you do need to try to find Eyeglass and maybe one more person here. And that is who you need to try to jump on and try to burst down. But it's not going to be easy. Of course, it's not going to be easy as... Wait a second, I think they've decided, hey, what about Dracor? And Dracor will of course go down, but now they are actually very out of position as Aspect will go down to Iconic from that 4-shot. Stylish here. I mean, Sint will obviously probably go down as well to another 4-shot. The 4-shot is not enough. Brickun trying his best. Here comes the Xerath ultimate. It picks up one. It's dealing lots of damage to 2. The final shot. Curtains called for Locke. As Brickun will chase down the remaining 2s. There is Sinister. There is Larkin. They are trying their hardest to try to run away here. Brickun goes a bit low, but it will not be enough as Larkin tries to flash out, but it's not enough. Another death to the 4th shot. 3 people killed by the last bullet of Jin in one team fight. And Iconic is looking for more as he twirls his gun, hoping for the coveted Jin Quadra. But that will instead be the 4th dragon of the game. 3rd one for Eversio. Crazy
Sorry,
little
guys,
game.
I went a bit quiet because I'm sad. I must admit. This game was looking so good for Scuffed Ratones, but now, I mean, finally we finished the 2nd item for the Echo. Is it enough though to turn the tide? We'll have to wait and see. I guess. Oi. Scuffed Ratones though, if I was playing against you, I'd be scared of them with the way things are at the moment. Looking really good here. We need one more good fight from Eversio, and I think it's a bit over. Baron is up as well. People in the chat have already been saying it. Waffle is not happy with the Jarvan build. Zelian says it's Eversio different. Danica thinks it's all about range. Let's see here. Iglos finds another fight with Darkin. Darkin maybe not too comfortable on the Mundo. And Aspect, in fact, is also like thinking twice about it, seeing how much damage Iglos has. And that is Baron getting started now.
Man, it is a sad sight to see. 27 minutes into the game, the GP just absolutely annihilating the Mundo. He is simply that ahead. 3 items, and of course the Ionian boot upgrades. Probably the craziest item in the game right now. As Iglos will go low. The W does hit, but it's not enough. Will the ultimate be enough? No, he's still alive!
That's so sad though. Look at Sinister.
You see Iconic just waiting to line up that shot. Barely misses. Raccoon will of course CC Sint, and Sint will go down.
Bro, Sinister is playing like really well though, to be fair.
No. You have to give it to Sinister.
CS, good positioning, good kiting. I'd really like to see more of him, huh?
I mean, I do too. Honestly, I'd love to see more of this team. Like, yes, it is what happened this game. But honestly, I mean, I think they, for a team that has not played as long as Eversio has played together, they did an amazing, like genuinely an amazing job. I'll tell them that. I'll say that. Yes, it is bittersweet me saying this, as Eversio of course runs down their fountain. But you can't help but appreciate the fact that, I mean, they're looking like to bring genuine competition, and hopefully they will, and they'll continue to bring competition to Malta, as I think is a bit sorely needing. As Sint will try his best to stop Eversio, however they will take down that last tower. It's Sinister 1v5 will just play a real quick game of dodge all the skill shots. Like I'm saying here, let's make your KDA look a little bit nicer before the game ends. And that will be the first game of the Eden Cinemas tourney going to Eversio.
It's the Eden Grand Tournament. Oh, I need some better help, man. Mela. Alright guys, that was a really hyped game. I really like the flow of it. Eversio have a lot of like what's the right word to experience with a higher paced tournament setting, so they really just won with towers and CS. You saw it with your own eyes. But until next time, it's a very nice display of skill from Scuffed Ratones. I really liked what they brought to the table. Hopefully though, I wish them good luck on their upcoming matches. Nano, do you have any more to say about this match before I say a couple extra comments here?
I'll say it again. Eversio, like you said, showing how they are, of course, with the experience, able to play around tempo and just, even when they're behind, they somehow get ahead. That said, I mean, I'll say it again. Genuinely really good performance from Scuffed Ratones. I think the draft was phenomenal. I think the early game was fantastic. Of course, you did have the Mundo falling a bit too far behind, and then the Gangplank with a few bad plays really snowballing out of control. But honestly, those are mistakes which you can iterate and you can work on. I think there is a genuine level of like, there's an impressive performance there. You know, like with a bit more refinement, with a bit more games, I think there's a genuinely good team there. And I am excited to see the competition they bring to Malta.
I really appreciate all the support from the community. Without you guys, there isn't really much room to organize. And so I hope, you know, with your continued support and enjoyment, we can enjoy a lot more of League of Legends to come. That's all from me. Wishing you all a good night and all the best on your solo queue games and, well, Monday experience. Ciao now.
Bye-bye.
Alright. And of course, this couldn't have happened without the help of the Eden, XP Arcade, X-Cube, Delta Strike, and GMR. Thank you all for the continuous support. We'll do our best to support your causes.
Thank you and good night, everyone.
Bye. Of course, the schedule updates channel on the Discord.